You could even argue that Sidekicks are better than the actual kick.
Are you making a co-host reference?
Maybe.
Hello, I am Robert.
Hello, I am Robert Ta. And today we are reviewing Psycho Goreman, directed by Steven Kostanski in 2020.
Little girl, big psycho. It's basically a family picture.
Of our family.
Kind of.
A little similar.
Because the girl is really the psycho in this film. But it's about a little girl and her slightly older brother who discover, while digging a pit in their backyard, sort of an alien, maybe pseudo-magical gem, which they later find out controls an evil alien warlord. Psycho Goreman. PG for short. I didn't know who any of these people are.
Nita Josie Hannah.
Well, she's the little girl, and she's like 10 when this is filmed. And she makes the film. She is a great little actress. Everybody in this film has like less than 15 credits to their name on IMDb. And
but they still rock it.
It's a good movie. It's a low budget film, and it's still enjoyable. It's like $1.5 million. It's the budget.
It's pretty low.
To date.
Compared to us.
To date. Well, you're definitely low budget, sis. To date, the box office take is under 100,000. So they've lost money. However,
so go stream it now.
Well, they're streaming it now. I think Amazon, or actually Shudder, which is available through Amazon and other places, have purchased it, and I don't know the details, but I'm gonna guess they made back their budget with that purchase. Matthew Ninabar plays Psycho Goreman, PG.
Body.
He's the body. They have another guy whose name I don't remember. He plays the voice, but it's not really his voice. It's heavily synthesized anyway. So there's two actors that portrayed PG in this. But the body actor, it's a lot of makeup to get into that suit. And then, I hear this story a lot on heavy makeup horror films in particular. When the star is not in the makeup when he arrives, if he arrives with the other cast, nobody recognizes the guy. Because 80% of the time they're spending with him, he's in costume and heavily made up, and nobody recognizes the friggin' star of the movie when he's not in makeup.
That's some Voldemort level makeup.
It's kind of a spoof of E.T., the extraterrestrial. Spielberg. Because he comes down and he's like an alien botanist. He's picking flowers and stuff. Not this alien. This alien literally wants to kill everything and everyone. And
don't judge him for that.
There is no judgment, but the fact that the little girl found whatever it is, it's his power gem or whatever, it gives her control over the alien. And oh my goodness, hilarity ensues. He was imprisoned, buried on Earth for a good reason, this Psycho Goreman. It's because he's so violent. So there's when they sense that he gets released.
So if he was that bad, why did they bury him with the control stone right there?
I mean, I agree that's not solid logic. Like, I would have separated it, maybe buried the stone on Pluto or something. I don't know. He had a group of sidekicks when he was warlord.
I love sidekicks.
Do you remember what their order was called? I think it was the Order of the Obsidian or something like that.
You could even argue that sidekicks are better than the actual kick.
Are you making a co-host reference?
Maybe.
Anyway, the sidekicks, they all they are heavily reminiscent of Power Rangers monsters. They're just people in suits, like big rubber suits. They're kind of cheesy. My favorite one, I don't know what his name was, but he fights people by throwing. He's like a mass of earth and fences and gravestones, like he came out of a cemetery, and he pulls gravestones out of his body and whips them at people. That's how he fights. He was my favorite, at least. I don't know. This is a gory movie, but it's humorous gore.
But you expect it when Goreman is in the title.
You kind of do. You kind of do. It's not particularly realistic, but there is a lot of blood and goriness. So just be prepared for that. But
it's completely unrealistic.
I mean, I think it's kind of funny, you know.
Kind of like the movie Hatchet. It's like that kind of gore, where it's like almost ridiculous, but in a good way.
If you say so. I haven't seen that one yet.
Lines from the movie. I do not care for hunky boys. Or do I?
Hello, boy!
I love that we picked that as the line.
By the way, I think that's a throwback to the original Phantasm movie. I think the creators of this movie liked that movie. So that's a movie from the 70s. They threw that in there. The horrors you have seen cannot be unwitnessed. They will consume your young minds until you die a horrible death.
Cool.
And now we will reenact a typical scene from the movie. Hey, Psycho Goreman, put her there.
Ah!
Before we do a pumpkin rating for this film, I just want to say I think that my hair this way looks like a young, hot George Washington.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So how many pumpkins do you want to give this film?
I think we gotta go more, right?
I'm happy with the 3 pumpkin rating.
Could you want to maybe throw a half on there, too?
Well,
Too much?
It might be too much. I mean, it's a good... You have a wardrobe malfunction?
Don't worry about it, Robert.
This is it's a good low budget. It's funny. It's a horror comedy. Got its tongue in cheek. It's not a real horror movie. It's not like purposefully like, oh my god, I'm so scared. It's funny. It's funny. It's gross.
It's Power Rangers.
It's a lot of Power Rangers throw in. And they besides some of the things I mentioned, they do some other homage sort of things to some classic horror films. So if you're a horror fan, you should watch it.
Solid.
Stream it.
Stream it. Love it.